Lewa UNITER, one of the surprising standout characters from this wave of sets. In today's video, let's discuss what makes this set incredible. And then we're going to show off some of the pieces that come in this set and how you could use them to build your own custom LEGO creations. And to finish it off, we'll take a look at some revamps of this character as well. Let's go. One thing that Bionicle G2 did very well was make sure that every single character felt unique and different. No more of the same body syndrome that previous waves of Bionicle sets had. And Lewa UNITER had some really unique stuff going on. This leg design, for example, using the silver scroll armor piece to form the main structure of the leg, and then attaching a hand socket up top and placing it in sideways. That's a really cool leg design, and it's certainly not something that you saw on the other sets. The upper arm design uses a pretty similar technique, taking advantage of that same silver scroll armor. I really appreciate the radically different design here. Instead of just using your typical CCBS prefab limb pieces, they're doing something very creative and very different. Although the set asks you to place the lower arm joints like this, which allows for way less movement. Simply rotating the joints allows you to actually move the arm up and down. I far prefer this method. I don't know why they put it in the other way. And of course, the moment you've all been waiting for. Combining Lewa with the creature of jungle produces something truly special. Gosh, these wings look magnificent. This might be my favorite united form of the Toa. Translucent dragon wings is a huge win. There's just a lot to love about Lewa. He's great. And so are the pieces that come in this set. Let's take a look and see what we get. The set comes with 4 of these bright green CCBS armor shells. What an awesome color. Dylan Meaves uses them to build Doom Guy. Now these specific armor parts look great as shoulder armor or as armor on the upper arms. Another thing that's worth noting here, Dylan is using some of the bright green pieces that came on the Green Lantern Ultra Build set, this one here. If you simply buy Lewa UNITER and this set, you've got a really good supply of bright green pieces that you can play with. How wonderful. And then another mock that uses pieces from both of these sets is also built by Dylan. This is his G2 version of Tartorak. Look at how he's used Lewa's bright green armor shells to help shape this head design, even using some down here for the toes down below. This is so cool. Lewa comes with some of these crystal armor pieces, and OK Susu has a boxer character that uses this piece on the head. I like that the trans green area looks a little bit like hair. It's a very creative way of using this piece, and it's a wonderful head design too. Lewa's mask looks great in gold and in green. Artie Quill has a little singer character that they've built that uses this mask. I don't know, there's something about this that has a lovely creative and artistic vibe to it. The mask just fits a musician very well. And I always thought that the top part, the silver area, it looks a little bit like hair, specifically the hairstyle that you would see on musicians from the early 2000s. So yeah, I think this works really well for a musician. Some good stuff. Rayanoid has a mock that uses the gold version of this mask for some cool shoulder armor. And I love how it blends in with the rest of the color scheme. Speaking of the colors, this mock is also using these trans bright green Borok eyes. These, by the way, are exclusive to this set, well, at least in this color. But dude, the way that these pop as eyes and as body details, it looks so good. Lewa comes with plenty of silver scroll armor pieces. Socket and Ball Torture uses them on a mock called Vice Grip. And he uses it here for some sick looking shoulder armor. Yeah, it looks great, especially when it's paired with the spiky aesthetic that the rest of this character has. Additionally, Bionicle uses these pieces here for leg armor, as well as for armor on the lower arms. Yo, I've always thought that this looks so good as vambrasses or some type of wrist gauntlet. It's just a really good design. And then one last mock by Bionicle that uses this piece is called Eric Glaive. See how the knees on this leg design are using this piece? I just love the energy that that silver piece adds. The way that it juts out at the top, there's something very dynamic about that. It looks so powerful and it looks so cool. What a great way to use this part. Lewa also comes with some of these awesome looking blades. Now I love the way that they look on this set, but why not use them like Eclipse Caller has done right here? Put 2 together on one weapon and then place a green lightsaber piece in between them. That looks so good, doesn't it? Oh, and then a centaur mock as well? Heck yeah! And finally, Lewa comes with his own printed torso piece. Dot Mox has a creation called Tauros the Warrior that uses this piece on the torso. I really like that this has been included. The green details really help tie together all of the other green highlights that are on this mock. And plus, the print on this torso is just really pretty. You might as well use it and take advantage of how awesome that looks on your next creation. But if you don't like that printing, you can actually remove it, much like Shin Mayan has done here. They've got a blank silver version that integrates very well with the rest of the silver armor. Now there's a few methods to removing the printing on a piece. You can get brasso, you can use an eraser and literally just erase it off. It takes a little bit to do it, but eventually it goes away. There's a few other ways as well. But yeah, the end result with the printing gone does look pretty good. And there you go. Some ideas to help you out next time you use these pieces in a mock. Now, let's take a look at a few revamps of Lewa UNITER. Dan Chi kicks us off with an incredible revamp of Lewa. Now take a look at the waist here. I really like how the Silver Skrull armor just beautifully aids the transition between the waist and the legs. The smooth line that flows from the legs up into the torso is so pretty. And also, this updated shoulder armor is awesome. Using these armor pieces here and really embedding them inside the body. That's brilliant. I mean, check out the way that these pieces flow into that printed torso armor. It's magical. It's actually quite nice to see that this revamp keeps that exact same idea of protruding shoulder armor that the original set had, but this time they've updated it in a brand new way. That's such a good idea. Shuby4000 has built our next creation, and dude, it's so good to see the return of Keat Orange on Lewa. Because on the original Lewa Masters set, they'd added Keat Orange to that color scheme, which was a brand new thing for Lewa, but I loved how it looked. Sure, the silver and green that's on the original set is very pretty, but the pop of yellow is just perfection. We do have some interesting asymmetry here. Some of the limbs are silver on one side, but then they're not on the other, although I quite like that. Lewa can be a bit of a quirky character, so this mismatched armor, I think it fits his vibe quite well. It's nice to see Lewa with a couple extra weapons as well. It's especially good to see him with an axe, because of course the original G1 Lewa, he had an axe. There's a nice throwback to that. Yeah, I just really like what this is doing. It's got a solid and compact design, and I think it captures the essence of this character while also adding some of Shuby4000's own unique personal touch. It's wonderful. And that's Lewa. It's a great set with incredible pieces. And how good were some of those revamps as well? If you enjoyed some of the mocks that I showcased in today's video, be sure to take a look at the links in the description below. You can see more of their work right there. Go and check it out and maybe leave a like on their work, go give them a follow, and maybe go comment on their stuff and let them know what you think of their incredible creations. There's also links to my own social media in the description below, so go and check that out if you want to see more of my own personal work. But that's all for today, guys. I hope you very much enjoyed this review of Lewa UNITER. You can expect more reviews of the UNITER sets very soon. Thank you very much for watching, happy building, and bye for now.